One video, one habit, a better life after 50. Stop this one habit before bed after 60. If you are over 60, you should stop this seemingly harmless habit before bed if you do not want your body to age twice as fast every night. It may sound exaggerated, but research from Mayo Clinic shows that more than 70% of older adults in the United States wake up at least 2 times each night. This interrupts the deep sleep stage, the golden period when the brain restores memory, muscles rebuild, and the immune system strengthens. And the most alarming part, the cause is often not illness, but the very drink you have believed to be healthy for years. I have met many patients who think insomnia is just a part of aging that must be accepted. But after 60, each night you are either nourishing your body or quietly wearing it down. Choosing the wrong drink means waking up tired, with weaker memory and muscles, and these changes silently accumulate until the day you realize you can no longer walk steadily. The irony is that these natural solutions are inexpensive and safe, so they are rarely promoted. Meanwhile, research from Harvard, Mayo Clinic, and UCLA shows that simply changing your bedtime drink can improve sleep quality in older adults by up to 80% in just a few weeks, without worrying about side effects. And you may be surprised to know that some of the drinks on this list have been sitting in your kitchen for decades, yet you never realized they could completely transform your sleep. Here are 8 drinks that can help you sleep deeper, reduce nighttime trips to the bathroom, and wake up feeling refreshed every morning. If you find this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to Senior Healthy Tips 50+. Here we do not just share knowledge, we send love to parents, grandparents, and to the very days when we ourselves will grow old. List of 8 drinks to help you sleep better every night. 1. Warm milk with nutmeg, a simple recipe that nurtures deep sleep like wrapping yourself in a cozy blanket. Just 1 small cup of warm milk, if taken the right way, can help you drift into sleep and wake up to find the morning light. Something many people consider a luxury after the age of 60. Milk is a natural source of tryptophan, a rare amino acid that the body converts into serotonin to promote relaxation. Then serotonin turns into melatonin, the sleep hormone that signals it is time to rest. When you drink warm milk, your body temperature rises slightly, and as it cools down, your brain gets the message that it is time for deep sleep. But the secret does not stop there. Nutmeg contains myristicin, a mild sedative compound that can extend the deep sleep phase. A study in the Journal of Ethnopharmacology found that nutmeg extract could increase deep sleep time by up to 40% in some people. However, the dose is key. Only about 1/8 of a teaspoon of fresh ground nutmeg is enough. Too much can cause discomfort. I remember Mrs. Margaret, 72 years old, who had suffered from insomnia for 3 years. Every night she would wake at 2 in the morning, listening to the ticking clock, trying to close her eyes, but her mind refused to rest. After trying the habit of drinking a cup of warm milk with a pinch of nutmeg every night, just 2 weeks later she told me, "I opened my eyes and saw the morning light. No more nights sitting and watching the clock." Here is a tip. Choose organic whole milk because the fat helps absorb the oil-soluble compounds in nutmeg. Drink it about 30 minutes before bed and keep the habit consistent so your body clock learns this signal. Have you ever tried this sweet remedy before bedtime? 2. Passion flower tea. There is one type of tea that I have seen many patients use to completely stop sleeping pills in just a few weeks. That is passion flower tea. This herb contains chrysin and vicin, two compounds that help activate GABA, the brain's slow-down switch. When GABA levels rise, thoughts slow down, muscles relax, and the body naturally knows it is time to rest. After the age of 60, the body produces far less GABA. This is why many people, even when tired, still toss and turn, with their mind spinning through endless worries. Unlike sleeping pills, which can cause dependence, passion flower tea works gently and does not break the body's natural sleep cycle. A study at Monash University in Australia found that drinking 1 cup of passion flower tea every night for 1 week increased sleep quality by 38%. It reduced the number of times people woke up and increased the amount of deep sleep. I clearly remember Mr. Thomas, 68 years old, a retired firefighter who had suffered from chronic insomnia because of haunting memories from his job. We began with 1 cup of passion flower tea every night, made from 1 tablespoon of dried leaves steeped in hot water for about 8 minutes. After 3 weeks, he told me, "For the first time in many years, I slept straight through until morning without dreaming of fires. If you try it, drink about 45 minutes before bed and avoid combining it with sedatives to prevent excessive effects." And this is only the beginning, because the next drink can help reduce inflammation, soothe lingering pain, and take you into even deeper sleep. 3. Golden milk. Golden milk is a traditional drink in India's Ayurvedic medicine. It combines milk or plant-based milk with turmeric powder and warming spices such as black pepper, cinnamon, and ginger. The star ingredient in this drink is curcumin, the golden compound of turmeric, famous for its powerful anti-inflammatory effects. In older adults, low-grade chronic inflammation is a hidden cause of many health problems, including sleep disorders. When the body is inflamed, inflammatory cytokines interrupt deep sleep cycles, making you more likely to wake up during the night or have restless sleep. Curcumin helps reduce this inflammation, allowing sleep to become more continuous. Curcumin on its own is poorly absorbed. However, when combined with piperine from black pepper, absorption can increase by up to 2,000%. Using it with healthy fats such as coconut oil or whole milk helps curcumin penetrate deeper because it is fat-soluble. A study at UCLA found that people with high inflammation markers who took curcumin regularly increased their deep sleep time by an average of 45 minutes per night. They also reported a significant reduction in morning stiffness and aches. For the best preparation, use 1 cup of almond milk or whole cow's milk. Add 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, half a teaspoon of cinnamon, and a pinch of ground ginger. Simmer on low heat for 5 minutes without boiling. Then stir in 1 teaspoon of coconut oil and honey. Drink 1 hour before bed to enjoy both the anti-inflammatory benefits and deeper sleep. 4. Tart cherry juice. Tart cherry juice is one of the few foods that naturally contain active melatonin. Unlike most fruits that only provide precursors to melatonin, tart cherries contain the active form, identical to the hormone your pineal gland produces to regulate your circadian rhythm and sleep-wake signals. According to research from Louisiana State University, people who drank tart cherry juice twice a day increased their blood melatonin levels by an average of 85% in just 2 weeks. As a result, their total sleep time increased by more than 84 minutes per night, and nighttime awakenings were significantly reduced. In addition to melatonin, tart cherries contain proanthocyanidins and anthocyanins, powerful antioxidants that inhibit the enzyme IDO, which breaks down tryptophan. Tryptophan is the building block the body uses to create melatonin and serotonin. By inhibiting IDO, tart cherries help preserve tryptophan, supporting more stable sleep. Anthocyanins also provide mild anti-inflammatory effects and help muscle recovery after activity, which is especially beneficial for older adults who often experience soreness. For the best results, choose 100% tart cherry juice or a concentrated form with no added sugar. Mix 60 milliliters of concentrate with 180 milliliters of water. Drink in the morning and again 2 hours before bed. If the taste is too tart, add a little stevia or monk fruit instead of sugar to avoid disrupting nighttime blood sugar levels. 5. Banana peel tea rich in magnesium. Few people know that banana peels, which are usually thrown away, actually contain more magnesium and potassium than the fruit itself. These two essential minerals help relax muscles, stabilize heart rhythm, and support the nervous system before sleep. Magnesium is called the natural tranquilizer because it regulates neurotransmitters, especially GABA, which is essential for deep rest. Potassium helps prevent muscle cramps, a common reason many older adults wake up in the middle of the night. According to research from the University of Edinburgh, magnesium also plays a role in setting the body's biological clock at the cellular level, regulating the natural sleep-wake cycle. Yet studies show that up to 80% of people over 65 are deficient in magnesium, partly due to diets low in fresh produce and partly due to reduced absorption with age. Banana peel tea is simple but effective to make. Choose organic bananas to avoid pesticide residues. Wash well, cut off both ends but keep the peel on. Place the whole banana in a pot with about 3 cups of water. Bring to a boil, then lower the heat and simmer for 10 minutes so the minerals infuse into the water. Strain and add a bit of cinnamon to help stabilize nighttime blood sugar. Drink banana tea about 90 minutes before bed, so magnesium levels peak just as you drift into sleep. If you are just starting, use half a banana so your body can adjust and avoid mild digestive discomfort. 6. Valerian root and lemon balm blend. The combination of valerian root and lemon balm leaves has long been used in sleep clinics across Europe. Many studies, including one published in Phytomedicine, show that this blend can shorten the time it takes to fall asleep by up to 48% and increase deep sleep duration by 34%. Those are impressive numbers for anyone who has struggled through restless nights. Valerian root contains valerianic acid and isovaleric acid, compounds that increase the amount of GABA available in the brain. GABA is the neurotransmitter that slows down nerve cell activity, shifting the brain from alertness to relaxation. Lemon balm, on the other hand, contains rosmarinic acid, which inhibits the enzyme that breaks down GABA. This allows GABA to remain longer in the brain. In other words, valerian root creates the state of relaxation, and lemon balm helps maintain it, like a perfect partnership. For the best preparation, use 2 teaspoons of dried valerian root and 1 teaspoon of dried lemon balm leaves. Pour about 350 milliliters of boiling water over them. Cover immediately to prevent the loss of valerian's volatile oils. Steep for 15 minutes, then strain. The taste of valerian is strong and slightly bitter, so you can add raw honey and a few drops of fresh lemon juice. The vitamin C in lemon also supports the absorption of active compounds. Drink this tea 45 to 60 minutes before bed. However, about 10% of people have the opposite reaction to valerian, feeling more alert, so try a small amount first. Never combine with prescription sleeping pills or alcohol to avoid excessive sedative effects. 7. Chamomile tea with glycine. The pairing of chamomile tea and glycine is like a two-part lullaby. One soothes the mind, the other relaxes the body, creating a natural pathway into deeper, more restorative sleep. Chamomile has been a nighttime favorite for centuries, but modern science now explains why it works so well. It contains a pygenin, a plant compound that binds directly to GABA receptors in the brain. Think of GABA as the brain's built-in brake system. When it's activated, nerve activity slows, the heart rate steadies, and mental chatter fades into the background. Unlike pharmaceutical sedatives, chamomile does this gently, without disrupting the body's natural sleep architecture or causing dependency. Glycine, on the other hand, works through an entirely different doorway. This simple amino acid quietly lowers your core body temperature by 2 to 5 degrees Celsius, enough for your brain to recognize that it's time to rest. That small drop acts as a biological cue to release melatonin, the hormone that kicks off the deep sleep cycle. As your body cools, muscles naturally loosen and release tension, which can be a game changer for anyone who deals with nighttime cramps, stiff joints, or restless legs. How to prepare it? Steep 1-2 teaspoons of dried chamomile flowers in 200-250 milliliters of hot water for 5-7 minutes, keeping it covered to preserve its aromatic oils. Strain, then sip while it's still warm. Add 3 grams of glycine powder either in a separate small glass of water or mix it into the tea once it cools below 50 degrees C. This preserves glycine's structure while keeping its mild, naturally sweet taste, no sugar needed. Drink it about 30-45 minutes before bed to give your body time to respond. The benefits go beyond just falling asleep faster. A 2015 study in the Journal of Sleep Research found that glycine not only shortened the time needed to drift off, but also improved mental sharpness and focus the following day. This is especially valuable for older adults who want better sleep without the morning grogginess that often comes with prescription sleeping aids. A quick caution: if you have allergies to plants in the Asteraceae family, which includes chamomile, daisies, and ragweed, or you're on blood-thinning medication, check with your doctor before making this a nightly habit. 8. Warm water with honey and cinnamon. For many older adults, one of the quiet culprits stealing their sleep is unstable blood sugar during the night. It might not be loud or obvious, but it can wake you up without warning and keep you awake far longer than you'd like. A small cup of warm water with honey and cinnamon is more than just a comforting ritual. It's a gentle way to guide your body into balance before bed. Honey provides a slow, natural release of sugar, enough to signal the body to release a small dose of insulin. This is the green light for tryptophan, the amino acid that helps the brain relax to cross into the brain. Once it's there, tryptophan is transformed into serotonin, which softens the mind and eases tension, and then into melatonin, the hormone that signals it's time to sleep. Cinnamon plays the role of a gatekeeper, keeping your blood sugar steady through the night. That stability is vital. If blood sugar drops too low or rises too high while you're sleeping, your body releases cortisol, the stress hormone, jolting you awake and making it hard to drift off again. Beyond that, cinnamon's natural anti-inflammatory compounds can help quiet the nervous system, steady your heartbeat, and lower blood pressure, all of which help the body settle into deep rest. For best results, warm about 200 milliliters of water to around 45 to 50 degrees Celsius, just warm enough to sip comfortably. Stir in 1 teaspoon of raw, unheated honey and a 1/4 teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon powder. This particular variety has very low levels of coumarin, making it safe for long-term use without burdening the liver. Drink it 30 to 40 minutes before bed, allowing its gentle effects to unfold as your body prepares for rest. Research published in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that keeping blood sugar steady throughout the night can lower the risk of early waking by up to 40% in older adults. Another study in the Journal of Medicinal Food showed cinnamon's ability to improve insulin sensitivity and calm chronic inflammation, both key to maintaining consistent, restorative sleep. I'll never forget Mr. Walter, a 76-year-old retired carpenter who came to me frustrated after years of waking at 4 in the morning and staring at the ceiling until sunrise. Herbal teas hadn't worked. Sleep aids left him groggy, but after just 1 week of drinking warm water with honey and cinnamon before bed, he began sleeping straight through the night. In the morning, his mind felt sharper, his energy brighter. He smiled and told me the warm, sweet scent of cinnamon took him back to his mother's kitchen, where he'd fall asleep as a boy with a full stomach and a peaceful heart. Deep sleep is not just the time when you close your eyes and rest. It is when your body quietly steps into a giant repair workshop, where every tired muscle fiber is patched, every brain cell is cleaned, the immune system is strengthened, and the heart is relieved of pressure after a full day of work. Every sip of the right drink before bed is like handing the workers in that workshop the finest materials to do their job: nutrients to rebuild muscles, minerals to relax the nervous system, and hormones to guide you into the arms of deep sleep. But every wrong sip can ruin the entire shift. Just one drink that seems harmless can turn the night into a series of interruptions. Waking up to use the bathroom, tossing and turning because your heart is racing, or waking in the middle of the night from a muscle cramp. The real danger is that this damage does not happen instantly. It quietly builds up until one day you realize your legs feel weaker, your memory is fading, and your strength is not what it used to be. I still remember a 78-year-old man who, after 3 weeks of switching to the drink I recommended, walked into my clinic with a bright smile. When I asked why he looked so refreshed, he simply laughed and said, "Doctor, I am not only sleeping well, I even dreamed of running with the kids in the park, like when I was 40. That was not just a dream. It was a sign that his body was truly recovering." And maybe the question now is this: tonight, will you keep drinking what has quietly taken your health for years, or will you choose a simple glass that can give you back full nights of sleep, steady legs, and mornings filled with energy? If you find this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to Senior Healthy Tips 50 Plus. Here, we do not just share knowledge. We send love to parents, grandparents, and to the days when we ourselves will grow old.